is our history right here, you know what I'm saying?
And every year there's more people and more and more and more. We love it.
Get ready to rev up and cruise down. This is an ABC 12 Back to the Brick special presentation.
It is time now to head back out on the road and check in on the Back to the Bricks Michiana promotional tour. ABC 12's Matt Franklin is live in downtown Jackson now, where the tour made its first stop today. Matt?
Hi, Angie. Well, the party is picking up here in downtown Jackson. People aren't letting a little bit of rain stop them, although it has stopped a little bit. You can see all the classic cars lined up along Jackson Street here. We've been making our way across the state today. And you know what, Angie? I can officially say at our pit stop earlier today that I have been to hell and back, not once, but twice. The 2014 Back to the Bricks promo tour kicked off with a few drivers getting into a little bit of mischief. Do you ever think that you would end up in hell?
No, I never thought I would end up in hell.
Talk about having some red hot fun. The Back to the Bricks cruisers joined the Ghouls and Goblins in Hell, Michigan. That's just southwest of Pinckney in Livingston County. Now that you're here, what do you think about it so far?
It's pretty cool.
In a spot that's known for being so hot, we found a few cool things. There's water in hell and even ice cream, but
you know, we don't offer toppings at our ice cream. It's droppings and it's ghost poop and butter snot.
In all seriousness, organizers say this is what the promo tour is all about, getting people to explore parts of the state they probably would not visit.
Tourism is so important to our state and to all our little communities like our own.
And to spread the word about the big event on the bricks of downtown Flint this summer, even if they have to make a trip through hell to do so. For 5 days, classic car lovers shined up and gassed up their rides to hit the open road.
This is my first year on the tour.
Okay, what do you think about
Well,
being?
it has been so much fun, I can't tell you.
About 162 cars and trucks from all eras joined the Back to the Bricks Michiana promo tour, crisscrossing the state and traveling even into Indiana to spread the word about Back to the Bricks.
These promo tours are a terrific way of telling what a great state Michigan is.
Get ready to rev up and cruise down. This is an ABC 12 Back to the Brick special presentation. Now, take a ride with Angie Hendershot and Matt Franklin.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. Let me tell you, Angie took the keys right out of my hand and jumped into the driver's seat. We're going to have a whole lot of fun here tonight. We're going to go back to a time tonight when people drove just to drive.
That's right, a time when you really didn't need your cell phone or cable TV. It was fun just to watch these American cars, check them out, all of their glory as they cruised on by.
Cruisers are driving down Saginaw Street from Flint through Burton and right here where we are in Grand Blanc.
That's right, and we are lucky enough to be inside a custom 52 Chevy. Tim Monty was kind enough to let me, notice he picked me for the driver's seat, sit inside his car and share this beautiful ride with us. Tell us a little bit about how long you've owned it and how you've worked on it.
I've owned it for almost 3 years. I've done quite a bit of custom work on it. Most of the mechanic work I've done to it.
That's so neat. And you came down from Houghton Lake. This is an important, and you guys are here all week long. Tell us what you think about Back to the Bricks.
We started coming down last year. We loved it, and we love seeing all the cars and all the events that they do have here. It's a wonderful time.
We are live in downtown Flint, and look at this. I mean, the streets are alive here. The sidewalks are jam-packed with people. We're smelling the barbecue, and I'm lucky enough to be in a beautiful 1970 Buick. What am I driving?
Electra 225 convertible.
Yeah, that's Bobby Jones is driving me along the street. How much you love this car?
Well, I love it. I love traveling in it, going places.
The feel of this whole experience tonight. What's it like driving along the bricks for you?
Oh, great. I love all the people and everything. It's great out here.
It's an event that has grown bigger than anyone ever anticipated.
Who could have ever imagined this 10 years ago?
This is the 10th anniversary for Back to the Bricks.
The whole idea was to try to create a positive economic impact on our area, to do something and sort of help to revitalize the downtown area and get it turned around from all the plywood.
It's managed to help do that and then some. Not bad bad for an event that originally intended to serve as an alternative to the Woodward Dream Cruise.
A lot of people that I hear from the Detroit area, they come up here, hear about Back to the Bricks, they come to Back to the Bricks, and they say, hey, I'm coming here, I'm not going back to Woodward.
The Bricks' first year in 2004 came with little fanfare. It stretched over just 3 blocks of Saginaw Street in downtown Flint.
It was a nice show, 600 cars, pretty good sized show, but nothing like this.
Compare that to the 40,000 cars expected this week, with close to 600,000 cruisers and spectators, now throughout parts of Flint, Burton, and Grand Blanc.
Mind-boggling. It's just hard to fathom. Nobody's more surprised than we are.
We are standing here at Saginaw and Court, my first Back to the Bricks, and we're walking down the street. You cannot miss this beautiful purple beast. I'm going to call it the Beast. Tony, what kind of car is it?
It's a 1952 Dodge Cornet, and the color is blueberry, and we probably own the only one in Michigan, the only 52 Dodge Cornet. We've probably been to 900 car shows, never seen another one.
Welcome back to the Bricks, and we have lots of cool cars here on the Bricks. There's one in particular that caught my eye. Let me get your name again.
Jesse Gargas.
And where are you from?
Fort Myers, Florida.
And what do we have here? What car do we stand next to?
What we got is a 1948 Chevrolet. What I did is put it like an old Corvette engine. I want to make it like an old beach race car, something different, something that where when you run up and down the strip, you're not going to see anything like it.
Joining us now, we're talking about this history, and Jamie and I, we have with us Jerry Preston from the Back to the Bricks Committee, as well as Chris Graff from the Graff family of dealerships celebrating 100 years. And Jerry, as far as this class is going, give us an indication of who's really represented out there.
Well, there are 6 statues. We unveiled the 6th statue today. Obviously, we started with Louis Chevrolet, put David Buick up, and then we ended up with Billy Durant, and then Chrysler and Nash went to the airport. And now we got on the sales side of the automobile activity, and we now have Mr. Graff up there.
What was the idea behind the plaza?
Well, it was Al Hatch's idea to come up with the idea of honoring our heritage through looking at statues. And we searched and searched, and we went through a whole bunch of different iterations trying to figure out where to put things. And now we've spread them around the county by having 3 here in this plaza, 2 at the airport, and 1 at where the Graff dealership was.
The Corvette was born in Flint in 1953, and they've come back to this town. Gary Drago is with the Corvette Club. And how many Corvettes do you have here today?
I believe we have over 700 cars here today.
Wow. And where do they come from? What's the farthest you've seen on the registry?
We've got cars from about 12 different states, and I actually haven't had an opportunity yet to do that, to find out which is the furthest state travel, but we're going to be doing the registration evaluations here shortly, and to find out if in fact who our furthest travel is.
You know, one of the things I love the most about Back to the Bricks is being able to see the large crowds of people, especially from high above the air. It's a really cool sight to see the thousands of people that have come to downtown Flint.
Just a sea of people and a sea of cars, and really celebrating our rich automotive history.
Cars representing all decades rolled along Saginaw Street and took us back in time. The first night of the Back to the Bricks rolling cruise officially underway, and Roger Brownell, I'd say, has the best seat in the house. I had to join him. You have a good spot here.
One of the best, 50-yard line.
And a big chair.
Big chair and free.
But do you remember cruising?
Yes, I do. Used to be out to Varsity and Colonel's downtown in North Saginaw, and a long time ago, back in the 50s.
What do you think about Back to the Bricks for this community?
It's great. It's great. It brings a lot of money, brings a lot of people. Cars come in from all over the world.
When it comes to a rolling car show for a week in August, all roads lead to the heart of Genesee County. Hundreds of thousands of people line Saginaw Street just to check out the classics, the muscle cars, and the hot rods. And this year we found a group that traveled the globe just to get to Back to the Bricks.
It's a long haul, 18 hours flight time, 24 hours door to door.
Tess McGee, originally from Gaines, moved to New Zealand years ago. She returned home this week with her family and a few friends, calling themselves Kiwi on Tour tour. Well, their tour stopped in Genesee County to watch the classics cruise on by.
It's awesome. We've been talking about this for a couple years.
It's amazing. It's just a great spectacle. Everybody's supporting it, and it's great to see the cars.
It's the first time Craig and Leanne Wilson have ever been to Flint. They tell us New Zealand has a show of its own, but it's nothing like what they've seen at Back to the Bricks.
We've loved watching the cars go by, and we're classic car buffs. We like to see what effort people put into these cars.
All right, welcome to Flint Town. I got some new headwear thanks to Tyrone. We're sitting here in Orange Crush. What is it really? What kind of van is this?
This is a 77 Dodge van. It's been chopped down. I got chopped 4 inches, 2 in the back, called a lowrider.
A lowrider, and you were playing some jams earlier. Does this have hydraulics?
Yes, it does. Have airbags all the way around. I can go down about almost close to the ground.
That's pretty cool. Now, you're getting lots of attention around this. Why do you think this van gets so much attention?
Because it's an attention getter. I made it so it can catch a lot of attention and get a lot of conversation, and this is why I built it.
And I heard someone say earlier, the coolest van they've ever seen. What are some of the other comments that they say when they see this thing?
Well, they just call it a shaggin' wagon. Some of them go back and memorize back in the day when they used to be into vanning and stuff like that, and this is the type of stuff that I like to bring up.
Yeah, and you know what, Tyrone, what do you think of this, your 10th anniversary of Back to the Bricks? Is this one better than ever?
This is fantastic. I love it. I was here last year. I enjoyed myself, and I thought I'd come again to show my van and just show the appreciation to all the folks who enjoy what I have put together.
As we have said over and over, this is the 10th annual Back to the Bricks, so this is special.
Yeah, and the guy sitting here with us, Al Hatch, he's the founder of Back to the Bricks. He created this 10 years ago. You look around here now, can you imagine way back when what you're seeing today?
Absolutely not, Mark. We looked back 10 years ago, we had 500, 600 cars. And it's truly amazing. And, I think it's a tribute to the community and all the spectators and the participants. They're the ones that make the show. We organize it, but they're the show.
And then as far as this whole thing goes too, where do you see this going next?
Well, we're anticipating it getting bigger and better each year. We strive for that. This has become a very competitive thing. There are certainly other venues throughout North America that are large in size like this. We were voted as one of the top 20 in the nation. It was nice to hear Mark Royce, Executive Vice President of General Motors. He says, you may be second or third largest from my perspective, and this guy goes to a lot of car events. So, where do we go? We want to make this something that all of the community can be very, very proud of.
This is our history right here, you know what I'm saying?
And every year there's more people and more and more and more.
We love it.